Hi, I'm Barry from Marks Park Kettlebells and Kettlebell Titans, and I'm going to show you 5 bodyweight exercises that you can do at home. Obviously, the 5 exercises I'm going to show you are not the only exercises you can do, but it's a good base to start off with. They're all compound exercises and will work body parts as a whole. The first one I'm going to show you is the good old push-up. Push-ups can be quite scary at first, but there are many things you can do to make push-ups easier. So, push-up is a position where you come from a plank position. I would suggest you keep your elbows very close to the body and then drop down to close to the floor, then push up, down and up. If you want to make it slightly easier, you can drop down to your knees, still drop down, push up, drop down, push up. Even if that is a little bit too difficult, you can find yourself a box like this. Put your hands on the box and then do the push up from there, just down to the box and up, down to the box and up. The second exercise is the squat. Another daunting exercise to some, but again there are many things you can do to make it slightly easier. So you start off for a squat, start off with feet shoulder width apart. You can put them slightly further apart, toes pointing out slightly. The idea here is to hinge at the hips first before you go down, so don't bend the knees first, hinge at the hips before you go down. That will give you a better activation of the glutes. You can go down and then up, down and up. Try and get your knees tracking over your feet and not caving in, so don't go down like that. Try and keep your knees tracking over the toes, and you can bring your arms up to counterbalance. Try and keep the body upright, down and up, down and up. If there's too much strain on the knees, there's nothing wrong with just doing a half squat. In other words, all the way down here. Again, hinge at the hips first, go back and up, back and up. Another variation, again, you can grab yourself a chair or a box, place that down behind you. From there, we do box squats. So all you're going to do is you're going to sit down to there and stand up. I'm going to do a Bulgarian split squat. Bulgarian split squat, a little bit more advanced, but it does give a nice variation and it works the glutes very nicely. So what you're going to do is you're going to place one foot up onto the box behind you. Make sure that the toe is in front of your knee. Bring your hands up. I want you to squat down, dropping this knee down towards the floor, and then come up, down and up. Lean slightly forward and up, down and up. Nothing to it really. Next exercise, good old plank. So again, let's put the box to one side. Plank. Again, hands under your shoulders. But take your legs back. Plank on your hands. Just hold it. And if you can, you try and tilt your pelvis forward and tighten the abs. Gives a much harder workout on your abdominals. If that is too difficult, you can drop down onto your knees, take it from there. If you want to make it more difficult, drop down onto your elbows. Again, tuck your pelvis under and hold it. From there, the next up is a pull exercise. Ideally, pull exercise you can use a pull-up bar, but most of us don't have pull-up bars at home. So we can do a one-arm rows. So find yourself a small weight, anything from a can of food to a 2-litre bottle I have a 5-litre bottle of water here. So all you're going to do, step next to the weight, bring the other leg back. So don't bring your legs in line, keep it slightly away from you to form a nice triangle to get nice and stable. Then drop down onto your elbow, making sure your back is nice and flat, or neutral rather, and take from there to just row up to your hip. Row up and down, row up and down. If you have a heavier weight, or if you do have some dumbbells at home, you can use a dumbbell, you can use a brick, you can use a rock, but that would give a nice workout on your lats, and that's a pull exercise, will also work the biceps. I would suggest you set up a timer. You can download any timer app from the internet. Set up a routine where you do 30 seconds on each exercise, maybe 10 or 15 seconds rest between exercises. It's 5 exercises, do them in a row, take a 2-minute break and do a couple of rounds. That will get you nice and fit, and as you get fitter you can just do more sets or extend your 30 seconds to a minute at a time. Hope you enjoyed that. The next video will be kettlebells.